Does it look okay? Are you laughing at me? Woo! Cool. Hey everyone, I'm Lauren Toyota and I'm hot for food. Chatelaine and I have teamed up to take all the creamy, cheesy, and sometimes meaty comfort foods you know and love and put a delicious vegan spin on them. On today's episode, classic lasagna. Let's vegan it. So what do we think of when we think of lasagna? It's saucy, cheesy, and sometimes meaty, but trust me, you don't need any meat or dairy to make a satisfying and filling lasagna. So the first component of this lasagna that we're gonna make is a tofu ricotta. So you can start by unwrapping your brick of firm tofu and just kind of try to get the excess water out of it with a paper towel or a tea towel. And then I just like crumbling it with my hands, and we just wanna get it nice and crumbled into small, small pieces. So just do this into a large mixing bowl. And tofu is just like a sponge. It tastes like nothing and it can take on the flavor of anything. So that's how we're gonna mimic the essence of a ricotta, but we're also gonna add fresh basil and garlic just so that the flavor really comes through in the layers of the lasagna. But the texture is gonna be the same as a ricotta like you would have in a traditional lasagna. It makes lots of squishy sounds. But I like doing it with my hands because then I can see all the pieces. I can really make sure that they're, you know, crumbled up. All right, so let's go in and add some flavor. So we've got freshly minced garlic here. We'll add lemon juice, and this is gonna give it a bit of a cheesy tang. Olive oil. Nutritional yeast. I use this in everything, but this gives it more of that cheesiness that'll really come through once it's mixed into the lasagna. We're gonna do ground pepper, a little bit of salt, and then freshly chopped basil. And now go ahead and stir this up really well so that you don't see any of the nutritional yeast. Everything's really mixed in there. You can even make this a day ahead and the flavors will really develop. All right, so this is looking good. We can put this in the fridge until we're ready to assemble the lasagna. So I really like making a rich, creamy veggie lasagna with a bechamel, which is a thick, creamy white sauce, and it really goes well combined with tomato sauce when you break down the layers of this lasagna. And normally you would make it out of milk, butter, and flour, kind of like a roux, and then add your cream. And so this is the same thing. We're getting the same texture in the end, but I feel like it adds a little bit more flavor. And so we're just gonna build it in this blender, and I find it's much simpler than having to do anything on the stovetop. So we're gonna start with some soft tofu. And that's gonna help thicken it, as well as this cornstarch, which is gonna help set it up once it's baking. More nutritional yeast, of course, my favorite. Now tahini, this adds a little bit of richness, creaminess, thickness, depth of flavor. It's sesame seed butter, of course. And then we'll just add a little bit of sea salt, some vegetable stock. Again, that's adding more flavor, and a little bit of non-dairy milk. And now we'll just blend this up until it's really smooth. So in my opinion, that's way faster than making a traditional bechamel because you'd have to cook it on the stove, heat up the cream, heat up the butter, and now we're ready to go. We can just set this aside and then cook up the veg for the lasagna and then assemble it. All right, so I'm making a veggie lasagna. This is what I prefer. I didn't want to do like a meat substitute in here or anything, but you're gonna feel fully satisfied with all these fresh veggies, the tofu ricotta. It's very filling. And you can also use whatever you want. If you want to use mushrooms or eggplant or green pepper, be my guest. But this is just what I like. So I've thinly sliced zucchini lengthwise just to get it nice and thin. And then I also like the carrots really thin so that it doesn't really feel like you're eating carrots in a lasagna. So I take a peeler and I do sort of thick strips or ribbons of carrot like this. Very pretty. So I'm just heating up a large pan as well over medium heat. And once that's hot, we'll throw the carrot and zucchini in there and just get it about half cooked. So no matter what veggies you're adding into your lasagna, you don't want to put them in raw. You do want to kind of partially cook them. You could also shred your carrot on a grater if you wanted. This is also how I eat them on salad, because they're just like really crunchy and thin and not overwhelming. Okay, you don't have to do the whole carrot, you just need about a cup of them shredded. So we'll just add a little bit of olive oil to this pan. And we're gonna do zucchini and carrots in one batch and then wilt some fresh spinach in another batch. So this only takes a few minutes just to get it partially cooked. You'll get a little bit of browning on the zucchini. Just don't overcook them. You don't want them to be fully cooked because they're still gonna do some cooking while you bake the lasagna, and then everything will be perfectly cooked once it's done. So actually a little bit of browning like this is good, and that's pretty much ready to go out of the pan. Okay, so just set this aside. The pan's still got a little bit of oil in there, so we're just gonna quickly wilt the spinach. This only takes like a minute. You still want it to be bright green. All right, so just as the spinach wilts and shrinks like this is when you want to take it out of the pan. And that's it. We're ready with all of our layers now for the lasagna so we can assemble. I'm using an 8x8 glass baking dish, vegan mozzarella shreds, some pre-bought fresh tomato sauce, and then oven-ready lasagna noodles. Now these are the kind of noodles you don't have to pre-cook before they go in the oven, so they're gonna be dry like this, easy to sort of break and make to the size of your dish. I just wouldn't bother with the kind of noodles that you have to boil and then all unravel and unstick, and this is just so much easier. So to start, we're just gonna take a little bit of olive oil and coat this baking dish so that nothing sticks. Just rub it around so every side is coated with oil. Okay. And then you want to put a little bit of tomato sauce on the bottom so that the bottom noodles get nice and cooked and moist. So spread this out on the bottom. And then your noodles won't be the right size most likely, so I just break them. And this doesn't have to be perfect. These all get cooked anyways, and you can't tell once you're eating the lasagna like where the broken parts are and whatever. So I just kind of layer them up. So like this, a piece broke, but I just sort of place it back on top. No one knows the difference. Whoops, noodles flying. Okay, so I'm going 3 across, and then we're gonna add half of the tofu ricotta. And then just spread that out evenly. And then we're gonna take some of the shredded mozzarella. You could leave this out if you wanted, but I just find it adds a little bit of a little extra flavor and creaminess. Now, if you'd like to break the rules, be my guest. You don't have to assemble this exactly the way I'm doing it, but I'm going in with some spinach right now. We're gonna use all of it and just kind of get it spread out over the top layer. And now we're bringing in our bechamel, or our white sauce, and you're gonna use half of it and sort of drizzle it so that you're getting some going right down the sides of the dish and over top of this spinach. That's about half. And so now this sauce, although it looks thin and it's oozing through all the layers, that's what you want, because it's gonna thicken up and set from that cornstarch once we bake it. Now we'll go back in with some tomato sauce and spread that around the top here. And it's fine if it mixes with the white sauce and everything else. Again, this is kind of messy and rustic, and it turns out even better in the end. And now I did the noodles this direction, so I just kind of like to cross hatch them. I'm gonna go in this direction now. Okay, now use the remaining tofu ricotta as the next layer. sure you spread that out to the edge in an even layer here. Then we're gonna do a little bit more mozzarella. And now I'm gonna take the zucchini and the carrot and kind of create a layer of that. That's why I made it long like this, because it kind of looks like a noodle. I mean, this should be the fun part for you. You can just have fun improvising the layers, like getting everything on there. Okay, so the carrot I just sort of scatter throughout here as well. You might have a little bit of extra. You can just eat it or pack it in there. Okay, and now we'll go in with the rest of the bechamel. Okay, so pour it right down the edges. Now you're gonna do another little bit of tomato. Spread that out. And another layer of noodles going the opposite direction again. See how like I'm sort of just putting this together like haphazardly? It doesn't matter. It's all good when it bakes. And kind of squish it if you need to. We're just gonna do the rest of the tomato sauce on top, because these noodles need liquid to cook in the oven. So you just want to get a good generous portion on top. Covering all the noodles out to the edge. Okay, and then we'll take the rest of the vegan mozzarella and put that on top. So there we go. Look at all those luscious layers. They're all mixing together there. We're gonna cover it with foil. Just make sure it's well sealed. So you're gonna bake it like this in a preheated oven set to 400 Fahrenheit for 50 minutes. And then you can take off the foil and put it under the broiler for about 10 minutes to get the cheese all bubbling and brown. And then you wanna just let it set for about 10-15 minutes before you cut it, just so you can get nice slices and nothing goops out the side. So let's do this. So this lasagna is out of the oven and it's just been sitting here for about 10-15 minutes. It's still piping hot, but it's nice to just out of the oven let it sit on top of the stove before you take it to the dinner table to serve it, because when you cut it, you'll get really nice, clean slices where you can see all the layers. So we can dig into this. I'm gonna cut a real big piece, obviously. Oh man, I can't see the front, but hoping it looks good. You know, there's a little bit of cheese here. We can just add that to the side. And there you have it, y'all. Classic lasagna. That's how you vegan it. Thank you so much for watching. If you're looking for the recipe, we've written it in the description below for you. You can find me, Hot for Food, on YouTube, and to see more episodes of Vegan It, be sure to subscribe to Chatelaine's YouTube channel. I think I'm ready to eat. A little hot. So many veggies.